Just take a few moments now to view a situation or a problem in your daily life and to take some distance and gain perspective. Begin by finding a position that feels comfortable. You may like to sit or lie down, allowing your hands to rest easily where they will. Allow your gaze to soften and your eyes to close. And as you settle in, you might notice the way your body begins to arrange itself towards stillness. Perhaps you notice the gentle way in which your body is supported in the place where you're finding rest and calm. Or perhaps you're noticing the rhythm of your own breathing. Those subtle moments and movements that show you're already beginning to soften and ease into comfort. Right now, there's no need to do anything at all. Your body already knows how to rest. You can simply notice how each breath enters and leaves, and how gravity holds you, how the ground beneath you supports you completely. As you listen, you may find that the sound of my voice moves in and out of your awareness, sometimes near, sometimes drifting, like a current of air flowing through the trees. And with every exhale, the body can release just a little more, as though the breath itself is clearing space for something wider to come into view. Now, perhaps you've noticed or sensed that the breath has its own intelligence, drawing in what nourishes and letting go of what is complete. And that natural rhythm continues. And as it continues, you might already be aware of a subtle invitation to journey for this moment in time. You may imagine or simply sense that you're standing at the base of a mighty mountain. The air here is cool and clear and full of quiet promise. Beneath your feet, the ground feels solid, stable, and ancient. You look up and you notice that a path rises gently ahead, winding upward into soft folds of light and mist. And as you take the first few steps in your mind, perhaps you can already feel the steady rhythm of movement as the soles of your feet find contact with the earth, your entire body aligning with the rhythm of the ascent. Each step a pulse, a heartbeat, a return to something essential. And there is no hurry here. You may simply allow your imagination to walk you through each breath, each step, each exhale, a release of effort, releasing into ease and comfort with every breath as you ascend a little higher into clearer air and a broader view. You notice how the landscape begins to widen as you move. The scent of pine and stone mingles with the breeze. Sunlight dapples through the branches, and you might notice how the air cools across the skin, how the body responds with ease, expanding into freshness. You could even feel the warmth of gentle sunlight on your shoulders and the steady strength of your own heart carrying you upward. Sometimes you look ahead. Sometimes you pause to rest, to look back at how far you've already come. And the stillness itself feels alive. A presence older than time. With each step, your body knows. There is a grounding in the feet and the quiet joy of effort meeting purpose. And without even trying, you may realize that you've already reached the summit and a point of view above your daily life, a higher, broader view from a place where the world below can be seen for what it is, down there where the small things are. And from a higher place, you can just observe. Before you stretches a vast horizon, layers of distance and color, valleys and rivers below, clouds drifting through peaks, and a sky so wide it seems to breathe with you. You might take in a moment to simply stand there, to feel the pulse of the mountain through your feet, to sense how the air here carries clarity, as if every direction of the wind whispers a piece of wisdom. And as you look across the great distances, something within you begins to open, a widening of perception, an understanding that what once felt small or tangled or confined now belongs to a much larger story across space and time. much larger story of which you are the author. You can notice how even the most complex paths, the turns, the climbs, the steep ascent, the valley, all make sense when seen from here, from a higher place. And you notice that there is an order in the chaos, a rhythm in the unfolding. And you might hear within yourself a quiet voice of knowing, yes, this too has its place. This too is part of my becoming. This too will pass, and I remain observing, sensing in, viewing it all from a distance. And you may allow the body to bathe in that realization, as though every cell in your body knows what perspective feels like. Spacious, grounded, calm, alive, and knowing that later, when you move through tomorrow, you might notice that same steady clarity returning. A sense of the breath expanding when life feels tight. The remembrance that you've stood high above it all and seen the greater design. Every time you close your eyes and breathe in this way, your system can find its way back to that summit, restoring balance, insight, and quiet confidence from a distance. And now, as you begin to descend gently into awareness of your body on the earth, you can bring the calm of this mountain with you. Each step back down into daily life feels effortless. The path is familiar now. Your breath is easy, and your mind is quietly refreshed. Perhaps you even sense a soft gratitude for the way in which your body carries you, for the wisdom that revealed itself in this silence. In a few moments, I'll count 1 up to 5. With each number, you'll return more fully to the present moment, bringing with you the breath of that mountain air. 1, feeling the body again. 2, take a deeper breath in. 3 and 4, awareness returning. And 5, refreshed.